Let's check out that first big story from the Daily Mail. Freedom Convoy leaders claim nefarious elements are planning to plant 2,000 stolen guns on protesters in Ottawa to discredit their movement after Mounties arrested 11 with cache of firearms in Alberta. Convoy Security Chief Danny Bulford made the allegation in a video addressed late Monday night. Claimed nefarious elements plan to plant firearms on demonstrators to discredit them. Suggested the plot could be linked to a truck filled with guns stolen in Ontario early Sunday morning. Police say that the truck was stolen as a crime of opportunity by crooks who first tried several other trucks. But Bulford thinks it could be a dark plot to crack down after Trudeau's emergency declaration. On Monday, Mounties seized 15 guns and arrested 11 at a border blockade in Coutts, Alberta. Convoy leaders have declined to address the arrests, cutting off a press conference when asked about them. Now, I don't know about all that false flag stuff, conspiracy stuff, but I will say they're trying everything in their power to shut this down. So what do you guys think in terms of plausibility for something like this?
Well, I think from the very get-go, what's been happening in Canada is just completely slanderous. I mean, they've been calling them domestic terrorists. They've been calling them a threat. They've been calling them insurrectionists. It's like the same buzzwords you see across the entire board. They did the same thing with J6. But this is interesting because there are legitimately peaceful people in this protest, but they still use these words and these slander against them. So you have to ask yourself, like, you're seeing their federal government try so hard to slander who these people really are. I mean, this is a protest with bounce houses and inflatables, and there's children, and people are just demanding freedom, and it's like not violent. But when you read something like that, it's really not that too far off to be like, maybe something like that could be going on, because they're trying to slander these people from the very get-go.
Well, that's the problem, is that the slander is not sticking, right? So at this point, they have to make these people look violent. And I think they would probably resort to any means in order to do that.
Yeah, I'm not one for these kinds of conspiracies. You know, show me the hard evidence, speculation. But the challenge, I suppose, though, is they've tried everything. You know, they've tried claiming this violence. They've tried using.
They did the swastika. They did the what was it?
Confederate flag.
The Confederate flag. They haven't done the N-word yet. Let's see if they can say one of the truckers said it.
Give it time.
They've done
QAnon.
None of it is working.
Yeah.
They're trying everything and anything to discredit people that just want freedom. And that's what people need to, like, really. These are people demanding freedom. They want bodily autonomy, right? Like, they're really not calling for anything else other than we don't want to be forced to take a jab, right? We want freedom. That's what we want. And it's crazy when you see them slander them as, like, you know, they're xenophobic. When you have like minorities, or you have immigrants that are truckers in Canada.
There's a viral video of these like Indian guys and they're on chairs or whatever, and they're bouncing and playing music and everyone's dancing to it, and it's like Punjabi music.
Yeah, and those are the xenophobes, those are the racists, but it's like it's these same buzzwords over and over again. But I think people really need to ask themselves, like, what you got to think about it invertedly, right? If you're a totalitarian psychopath, those people are terrorists in your eyes. Those people are a problem. Those people do pose a threat to you. Because if you are a totalitarian psychopath, anyone that's demanding freedom in any way, shape, or form, by definition, that's what they are in your eyes. And I think a lot of Canadians that are just kind of in the hive mind right now, and shout out to Canada. I love the Canadians, man. But there's a lot of people out there that just eat up, just like here in the United States, that eat up these lies, and they just believe them and they gravitate towards them. It's like, well, the government said so it must be true. But in a sense, what I'm trying to say is they are a threat to the regime. They are terrorists to the regime, because they pose a threat to what they want to control.
If you're the high life royalty atop your ivory tower, and the peasants have made their way in, heavens. Yeah, they're absolutely disruptive to your way of life.
It's the Lord Farquaad mentality, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, exactly. And I think people need to just have you ever stopped to consider the perspective of Trudeau? You know, he's sitting there minding his own business with his tea and crumpets and expensive champagnes, when all of a sudden these dirty pores are trying to tell him what to do. I mean, yeah, these people absolutely are terrorists going after him. Oh, heavens.
Well, yeah, he's given us explicit insight into how he views who he is versus who the deplorables are, because that video that's recirculated lately of him talking about how much he admires China and the Chinese government for being able to, I think he said, be able to turn their economy around on a dime, whatever that means.
And at the same time in that video, he also insults other people
Harper.
for
Yeah,
Harper for
Stephen Harper.
wanting to be a dictator, and it's like,
What?
What?
Project much?
Right.
you're the one advocating
One
for
of the
it.
problems I've got with the trucking convoy right now is I don't know what they want, and I'm
What
confused.
are you talking about? They want to end the vaccine mandates.
Yeah.
But they want more. I just watched a video with a trucker on national news somewhere. I'll find it on Twitter. It was like British news or something. And he was like, "So what do you want?" And the guy's like, "We want that." And he's like, "You want to end the vaccine mandate?" He's like, "Yeah, we want to end that." And what else do you want? Well, we want freedom. And I'm like, what is that? I think he wants like an American Constitution, but it's vague, and so I don't know how to give it to him.
If they tell you, Ian, we want to end the mandates, and you're expecting more than that,
He's like, and what else? Once they do that, will you
you're
go home? And they're like,
brainwashed.
no. And then he was like saying there's more, but they want freedom, and like they just want freedom. I'm like, what does that even mean?
And who are they talking to?
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
I'll see if I can pull this
Guy,
up. I'll
yeah.
pull
Look,
this
man.
article up.
The whole thing is about the vax mandates, all right? And that's why they give you one response